Well, week 4 in the American Sevens Football League, was some might call it upset Sunday inside the league as results that took place were very unexpected, and 2 games had the same exact final score, one on each coast. Who would have thought? Yeah, I told Chris that, and Chris was shocked. Early morning on the west and the east coast, as we are here live in the studio. It is Mizzle and it is Dub here on the Mizzle and Dub show, and hopefully 2-5 is still awake because 2-5 has got a lot of stuff to say. And hello, Ophis of Asgard. I hope you watched your beloved Sickwood take the field tonight. But well, I will say this: Mizzle and 2-5 are very good prognosticators, as each game that they lone wolf got wins today, and we will talk about it all. So 2-5, if you are watching, the link has been sent. But before that, certainly want to give our best wishes and a speedy recovery to H3 Frazier, whose season looks like it is over, and hopefully he will be back stronger in 2027. So H3 Frazier of the Trenton BIC, get well and recover, and hopefully we'll see you back on the field in 2027. Suffered an injury against the Animals today in Asbury Park, New Jersey, and certainly was given a lot of love on the Jersey page. So certainly here on the Mizzle Dub Show, we want to give him our best wishes. So where should we start?
Well, let's start in the east. Let's start in the east and work our way to the west.
Well, somebody was gonna get their first win today out of the East Orange Renegades and the Vegas, or the Virginia Heathens, not Vegas Heathens, but at the end of the day, it was the Renegades getting the win after playing an inspired performance in the Patterson U, putting up 28 and losing by 10. The Renegades put up just enough to get by the Heathens by a final score of 28-21.
I didn't even see that game.
I don't think there was footage of that game. So
because when I was looking, I didn't. When I was on YouTube, I didn't see anything of that caliber.
So if any of the 35 viewers that are watching right now, if you have any insight to what happened between the East Orange Renegades and the Heathens, could you please give us some information and let us know what happened? Otherwise, all we know is just the final score, and the final score says that the Heathens and the Renegades finally got their first win of the season, so they're off the schneid. It does not get any easier for the Heathens next week, as if I'm looking at the schedule and I'm heading towards that.
Are they taking on a pissed off BIC?
That would be a sincere understatement, but yes, they are.
Oof.
Yeah. So prayers might need to be in order for the Virginia Heathens, and not to mention BIC is traveling to Virginia to even make them more mad. So.
Oh, well, we all know that they don't travel too well. So,
but the 2 games that they had to play Ironman football, they've won so far because they were short man out here last year in the Final Four, fought off sick with it. Were shorthanded against the Phantoms, but found a way to pull away late and win. I don't know if they have golden calves, Brandon, but what I do know is they don't have any wins on the season, and certainly they want to get off the schneid here um, upcoming. But they have a defending champions on the Trinity BIC who was highly upset to the point to where um, the Silksy Animals that Mizzle predicted that they win.
No, let's not go there. Let's talk about the Phantoms and the U. Let's go in order of the games that were played.
Oh, you want to talk about you want to talk about the upset of the day? Well, the upset of the day did indeed happen in Lexington, Kentucky, as indeed the Lexington Phantoms in their first season certainly get the biggest win in their first season.
Yes,
It's a big feather in your cap when you can beat a team with the caliber and the pedigree and the championship history that the Patterson U do have. Now, some people will say you didn't travel. I get it. I understand it.
they had the lead into the final towards the final seconds of the game.
At the end of the day, you play with what you have, and as Mizzle said, they had the lead, but Keno Thompson and the Phantoms said, "Not so fast. Hold it."
They actually
go ahead.
Remember my question when we talked about the game on the other side of the ball. By the way, check that out on Wednesday. We said the Phantoms been playing good football. Can they put 4 good quarters together?
Can they finish?
Half, and then the second half, they're like today or yesterday, whatever. They finished. As a matter of fact, they stopped. They got the ball back because the U had the ball to try to close it out, but they got the ball back and just went down the field. This one was a good game. The Phantoms stayed in it the whole way. It was like back and forth.
But now, with that said, and with that win, in a sense,
they got 2 wins, right?
They have 2, but given the fact that you have this tiebreaker over the U, if they should happen to end up with this, if they happen to end up with the same record, because of the Phantoms' head-to-head victory over the U, that might give the Phantoms the advantage. So, I mean, it's. I don't want to say that the Phantoms control their own destiny, but they stand a very good chance to be a spoiler.
Yeah.
Should it come down to playoff seeding in the Northeast, which, by the way, this year the Northeast will be hosting the Final Four, and somewhere here in the Vegas Valley will be hosting the championship game. But here nor there, Keno Thomas again showing his athleticism, showing his skill, in a sense, almost willing the Phantoms to a tremendous victory, a tremendous upset, giving the Patterson U their first loss of the season by a 31-25 score. But again, kudos to the Phantoms.
They put it together. Like I said, if they can do what they did in first half of games and pick it up in the second half, or they might win. They got it.
Yeah, they do. But again, if you're the Phantoms, you have to build on this momentum. You got to build on it. And next week, they play the Renegades. Now, the Renegades coming off their first win and coming off a very strong performance against the U, I'm pretty sure are going in with some confidence. So if you're the Phantoms, yes, you want to. Well, you know the rule. Enjoy for 24 hours. Then after that, it's
forget about it.
On to the next
opponent. To next week.
So the Phantoms cannot go in there treading water lightly against the Renegades, because the Renegades might, do the whole everyone's got a plan until they're punched in the mouth.
Well, here's the thing. They know what to do. They had a W. So you already have that feeling. And so it's yes, you beat one of the upper echelon teams of the A7. Okay, you like you said, you celebrate that, but I don't think you should take it like this high. Like you said, celebrate it, enjoy it. Later on today, We focus on BIC. No, not BIC.
No, the Phantoms play
What
the
we play?
Renegades. The Renegades.
Renegades. Yes. Yeah. There we go. There we go. Yeah.
And I
My bad.
believe it's the Renegades traveling to Lexington to play the Phantoms. If the
Is
schedules,
Lexington ever gonna travel?
the Phantoms played in Virginia against the Heathens week 1. So the
Okay.
Phantoms have traveled. They travel week 1.
Man, how far is Kentucky to Virginia? Oh,
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure when the Phantoms
that's
play
a
the
plane ride.
I'm pretty sure if the Phantoms play the Animals, I'm sure the Phantoms would have to travel to Asbury Park to play the Animals, since BIC and the U both travel to Lexington. I'm guessing again. I'm not the schedule maker,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm just saying if all these teams have traveled to Lexington, then I'm pretty sure that the Phantoms would have to travel to Asbury to play
Okay.
the Animals if and when that matchup takes place. But at the end of the day,
Okay.
Phantoms walk it off,
Good game.
upsetting the previously unbeaten Patterson U, giving the U their first loss of the season, 31-25. And
Yeah.
then the ultimate question was, if not now, when?
Win. And it was today. It was yesterday.
It was yesterday, which again, Mizzle took a leap of faith and said that
Hey man.
he said that Tinder was going to get it done.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it certainly helps when you have Quani Morgan. Let me tell you, Quani
Multiple
Morgan,
tutties in the first half.
Quani
And
Morgan,
let's hope his injury is not too bad
serious.
that keeps
Yes,
him out.
yes, 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 yes. Quani
He could
Morgan.
have he could have damn near messed with Scooter's record if he stayed out there.
Well, I mean, the Animals, but again, we talked about, if the Animals, we know they can score, but it was
Yes, absolutely.
can they make stops when they need to, and
Yo,
like
whoever number 27 is for their team, we need to find out who he is, find the name, and he needs to come on the Mizzle and Dub show. That kid was everywhere.
well, I will say this: not having Trey Baskerville certainly hurt, but again,
It did.
adding,
But as you
but
said, you play
adding,
with what you have.
yeah, but adding the Wolverine Ricardo Freeman for games like this,
He was wrecking shit.
hence why he lived up to his nickname, the Wolverine, and he's definitely been one of my favorite defensive players to watch.
Sterry had no time in the backfield to deliver passes. I mean, but he got on his giddy up though. Hey, he is still a bad man.
which is why I always say you can never count out Sterry Codrington. And
no, because the Animals were up at one point 18-0.
Yeah. But again,
So
you cannot keep the Trenton BIC down, because they're always going to fight to the end. Like it's again, to beat them, you have to beat them. There's
yes,
just there's no quarrels about it.
in between.
You have to beat the Trenton BIC until all 4 zeros on the clock appear.
Yeah, you got to cut the
And
head off the snake.
yeah, if you give them a chance to breathe, and that's all Sterry needs is a week to breathe, and Sterry
I mean,
nine
when you
times
got
out of 10 will always find a
Kayshawn
way.
Campbell and Ashanti Hollywood Worthy on your team, I mean, we all know Worthy is one split second away of taking the ball to the house
Oh yeah,
when it gets in his hands, and we know Campbell, the man can catch
who was
and
in
get
pain
open.
down the sideline and still found a way to get into the end
Mm-hmm.
zone to score. Now, hopefully, Kayshawn Campbell's okay, but again,
Yes.
Sterry was human. Sterry threw an interception, which is rare. Which is rare to see. It's like you're almost
Well, he didn't throw a single interception last season, so
no,
seeing that,
yeah. It's rare seeing the BIC turn the ball over, and I mean, but again, we kept saying, if not now, when? We knew the Animals were knocking on the door, and the Trenton BIC was the one team that the Animals did not have not defeated yet.
Yeah.
They defeated the U yet last season. They have beaten the Baltimore Watchmen. They have beaten the best of the East has to offer, but they didn't
Yep.
beat the defending champions. They did today, be it by a 46-40 score,
Hey,
and
yo,
hopefully
that dramatically, not dramatically, but they're number 2 now. The Animals have moved up to the rankings in my ranking to be number 2. You know, that just with that win right there, because right now we only have 2 undefeated teams in the A7 right now.
you are correct,
If I'm
sir.
not mistaken.
You're correct.
So we got the Wolfpack. That's my quarterback. And then we got David Tender and the Animals.
We're getting to that. We're getting to the controversial
We're
game.
in the East Coast right now, and we'll fly and land in Vegas here pretty soon once we take care of the East Coast games.
But I do expect the BIC to bounce back.
Oh yes.
I mean, they might take out some frustration and passion out on the heathens, depending on how much of the BIC. It might be, but again, that also depends on how many BIC do travel to Virginia.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the ride is. I would say maybe it's a. I don't know how. I don't know how long it would be from New Jersey to the DMV area, but I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be as drastic as driving from Jersey to Kentucky or Jersey to Indy. As it was.
Think about that's a couple of states you got to cross through, right?
Oh yeah, state lines, absolutely. I mean, had to cross over from Pennsylvania into Now, Mr. Cook, you made some very good throws today, sir. Some very good throws today, and we'll talk about your throws that you made in just a second. But you made some very good throws against the Insomniacs today. But now for the Animals. Okay, now that you have gotten over this
got the monkey off your back per se,
because they'll have to do it again in the playoffs should they see them in the playoffs again. But now you turn your attention to another big matchup against the U. Now, yes, they beat the U last year, but we all know it was a down year for the Patterson U. You're now taking on a Patterson U team that's coming in pissed off, hot as fish grease,
and
probably
they won't have their full squad. Possibly they could have their full squad,
and possibly they feel like they let one get away in letting the Phantoms take one away from them at the end.
I wholeheartedly can believe that.
Now you have to play a pissed off Huff, who you know is going to be in his bag next week.
DT versus Huff, boy, that's going to be nice.
So, indeed,
man, if we did the show later on in the morning, we could have possibly had DT on the show.
I'll definitely got to get him back on. Hopefully, we can get him on Wednesday to talk about his team's performance.
After we take naps, I can wake up and do another show.
Well, certainly want to get some. DT. Well, I know you are, without question. So we just have to see how the Animals now turn that into maintaining their momentum and not letting the U.
And they have beefed up on both sides of the ball in the trip.
Yes, they have. Yeah. Well, I mean, DT said they were gonna build him.
He did say that, and he said he's been backing up a lot of things he's been saying this season so far. He said, it was going to be a blowout in the BIC, but it's good.
Well, right now, if we're talking about scenarios, right now, obviously, the Animals
fantastic question
are the 1 seed in the East.
Yes, they
Um,
are because they're.
well, the thing is, are you going to type it? Okay, well, type us your scenarios
Oh,
and tell us what
you're
you
saying the
think.
scenarios. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah.
This ought
Go
to be
for it.
intriguing.
Yeah, I love it.
All right, so he is going to. Okay,
Okay,
he's
it's
got the
number one
animals one.
animals. Okay.
Hello, Bob. How are you? Or should we say top of the morning, as it is after 3 a.m. in the east. And for those that are watching from the east, we appreciate you guys staying up with us, you might be getting,
Absolutely.
or you might be getting ready for work.
Could be
One of
getting
the
ready
two,
for work. Yep, absolutely.
or
Or
getting
you're a
off
night owl
work.
like us.
Yeah, so you can call this a night owl A7 recap show,
Edition.
uh, recapping stuff that is going on here in the sevens. As saw
Yes.
some upsets today, as we saw
Are
the
we 2 weeks away from the season is about to be in here pretty soon, right? 5 games or 6 games?
well, it's a 5 game regular season, but of course there might
Yes.
be some more regular season games for Nevada. Now I don't know what the East is going to do, but technically speaking, May 3rd is the last regular season game
I
for
like
us
that.
here in the West. Now in the
And
East,
guess who will be at that game?
now as far as the Northeast goes, their last regular
Huh?
season game is scheduled to be next Sunday on the 19th. And the
Oh,
wild card
okay.
and the wild card for the East is scheduled to start on April the 26th. Now
Okay. So we got the U at 2 with the tiebreaker over BIC. I like it. I like it.
they do have the head to head, absolutely.
Oh, yes. So if I'm guessing right, BIC might be 3, but we'll wait for that to be in there in the comments. But yeah, now if the animals go ahead and take care of business against Huff and the U, all right, okay,
Then
we
well, I mean, not saying
now we might be talking.
not saying that they're not taken seriously,
Yes.
but now they would have to be taken as again watching the first play of the game where 11 for the animals just made number 3 took him out of his shorts, which was just with the mighty
Oh,
neon green cleats doing snow angels in the end zone.
stop it.
Well, Shu, um, that's interesting
Let's
because
see. Are the animals losing somehow to the U? So now it would be a 1 loss, and then you and animals would be Final Four. Ooh.
well,
It's much more interesting, especially with Sick and Stealth. Oh,
and
oh.
we get that matchup next Sunday. So
All right. I think it's
I'm
time to travel on to the west. Did we cover all the east?
I believe we have. Like I said, if there's anybody up from the East that wants to talk about it, I know CP3 immediately went live to talk about some stuff.
Man, I was at work and I tried to catch it though, but I know I can probably find a way to look at it though.
Well, I'm sure it is in there for sure. But yeah, let's migrate on to the West Coast, and
Yeah, I know. I know. I know. Let's see. Hot take for West Coast, even though Stealth played Insomniacs very well. I don't know. Think they, man, this is a segue. What could have been?
yeah, what could have been, and as a broadcaster, I was pissed off.
I mean,
I,
that game was
I was
getting
irritated
good.
because
Yep.
you got big Anthony Davis, not the unibrow, but you had the big man, cheeks showing and all, rumbling to the end zone. The stealth are within 3. It was a fourth down play of the Insomniacs, and then BS happened.
Mm.
Well, Tyrese, you guys have a very good chance for that to happen. But here's the thing. As we all know, football is a game of emotions. And it's part of
All
what
right.
makes and it's a
With
part of
it.
it's a part of what makes the player that plays this game. However, there's got to be a time to where you cannot give in because again, and we've watched it in playing football games, it's never the initiator that they catch. They
It's
always
always the
catch
second
they
person.
always catch the reactor.
Mm-hmm.
It has always happened, does not matter what sport you're playing. And me calling the game with Chris, as a broadcaster, I was pissed off because
Hell, hold on. Wait. As a affiliate to this league and also a super fan, I was pissed as well too. It's because it's all the banter we heard over the weeks on the other side of the ball and all through the chats and all the stuff like that. And it was delivering. We were about to, I believe we were going to get a fucking masterpiece. What one of the greats, you know.
certainly
I,
certain
I mean, I understand that emotions and stuff like that, but sometimes you know what? Like I said, it's easier said than done. It's easier for me and you to sit here and say that we went on the field.
no. But
Don't know
again,
what was said and stuff like that, but man,
but my thing is this. Okay. Fans that paid their ticket.
mm,
Yes, by all means. Well, again, Ty-
absolutely.
unfortunately, Tyrese, we don't know why they came over to the sideline because me and Chris's focus was on the run that Scooter had that was stopped, that which made it a fourth down, and we were set that up, and then all you see is JJ Pugh and Prime and others over there, and we see Robert among and Dijon Lee getting ready to clenching up their fists like we're about to have a Pier Six brawl. Which luckily, thank God, no punches were thrown from the vantage point that I had.
Mm-hmm.
But it takes away because again, at that particular time, momentum was clearly on the stealth
On
sideline.
absolutely,
They had taken momentum.
absolutely.
They forced a fourth down. Now who knows to say if
Mm-hmm.
who knows that if they make that stop or not. Yeah, there's an Anthony Davis that plays for the stealth, and it's not Mr. Glass, the basketball player.
No, this one is healthy.
Yeah, and and he made two big plays to help get the stealth back in the game with the interception
Absolutely,
and the fumble
absolutely,
recovery for a touchdown that got the stealth within 3 points. Um,
absolutely.
which again, like I said, at the time of the stoppage by the referees, momentum was clearly on the side of the stealth. It was going to be a fourth down. Who knows what happens on that play? But I will say this:
Fourth and Munchie.
when the stealth got in the end zone to get within three,
Mm-hmm.
you saw Anthony Wilkerson was like, "Give me the ball.
Yeah, yeah,
Put the ball in my hand and let me cook." And he was cooking on that drive. He
yeah.
was cooking
Absolutely.
tremendously on that drive. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but for me, it was a great chess match between Jaden
Yeah.
Webb and Danye Lyons. If you like matchups,
Mm.
that was certainly the matchup for you. And Jaden Webb found the end zone twice um, to add to his exciting play. But again, David Clark, he's a cheat code. He is a tremendous cheat code. But again, you can't. Respect, Mr. Cook. But like I said, Tyrese, your two throws to Jaden Webb,
Mm-hmm.
especially the first touchdown throw, you put it in a spot to where either Webb was going to catch it or nobody was going to catch it. I mean, that is as perfect placement of a football I mean
Yeah.
that's a quarterback's wet dream if you want to be honest. I mean, you put it right spot
Easy,
dab
big
on the
fella.
money. That was a tremendous throw. Um, and he nearly took 109 yards, and I'm like, this man is really running it out, and nearly took it if he wasn't forced out of bounds. Um, and Danye, unfortunately, he stepped out of bounds, which resulted in a return getting called out of bounds because he was on the white line. And great job by Derek Duncan to slow it down in slow mo to find the right angle, and thus
Uh-oh.
did.
We had a booth call?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I mean, great plays deserve to be talked about
absolutely.
and rewarded. And like I said, I mean,
Absolutely.
that throw was as perfect of a dime as you can put it. And I mean,
Mm-hmm.
first off, it's not easy getting by Daniel Lyons when he's guarding you. But
No,
again,
it's not.
like I said, when you have an alpha male like Jaden Webb and an alpha male like Daniel Lyons, I mean, it
Yep.
really is the irresistible force against the immovable object. And I mean, Daniel
And they
made some
won't
plays.
disappoint.
Webb
Yep.
made some plays, and it's just mano a mano, two of the best going at it. And as a fan, you appreciate that and you applaud that. Um,
Yes.
but
Yes.
also, um, the return of Big Sean Russell in the run game for the stealth made some powerful runs, got some tough yardage. Um, definitely was a key cog in the run game last year with cool case Justin Shepard. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and he was making some tremendous runs, got some key first downs, and you really hate dealing with the what ifs. You really do. Um, like I said, who knows what would have happened um, if it plays out? But for fans,
Well, look
there,
here.
there,
It was entertaining.
it was. It really was.
And look here. I'm at work and I'm trying to sneak into my unit every once in a while to see what's going on with the game. And then the one chance I get to sit down and start watching it, it was entertaining. I saw the momentum swing with the stealth by getting the turnover. And it's like, oh, this is about to be good.
Yeah,
And then all of a sudden, I'm like, what the hell?
yeah,
What are we doing?
yeah.
And then I
Well,
hear Chris say, the refs are walking off. And I've seen that before.
yeah. Once the refs have
the
had
refs walk
enough,
off the field.
it's like we're done
Well,
babysitting.
we learned that from one of the greatest referees in the world, Mr. Will Franklin.
He's like, I'm done with y'all. Done
Mm-hmm.
with y'all. I ain't doing it no more.
Mm-hmm. So, but we're gonna now live in the what ifs and this coulda and that. So let's just hope that we get this game one more time.
Now, I said this. I said this
Well,
off camera to Chris, and I also said it to one of the photographers. I said the next time they meet, and which, by the way, folks, write this down your calendar, put this in your phone, screenshot it, frame it, however you want to slice and dice it. But just understand and know. Part two of
mm-hmm.
Stealth Insomniacs takes place April 26th. So you can just call this continuation from the fourth quarter if you want to, but they shall meet again on the 26th of April. So 14 days from now, or should I say 13 days from now, they shall meet again.
Today's the 13th, so 14 days. You said the 26th, right? Or the 27th?
26.
Okay, you're right. My bad. I heard wrong. Okay. Hey, look.
Jay,
The game was
it was all that.
interesting. Look, like I said, I was trying to sneak back in, not sneak back in. I was trying to get back to my unit so I can watch the game. Because look, I'm in the chats. I'm on the other side of the ball. I've seen the banter, and I was like, "Bring it!" As a fan, loving it, and to see that it was replicating on the field, not that they were just talking. It was replicated on the field, and yeah, who knows what the fourth quarter could have been? What it do?
2-5. Check your inbox. Check your inbox.
Waiting on you, brother.
Because I know you got some stuff to say. Which, by the way, my guy.
Man, that one he threw that didn't count.
That, but the tackle?
Oh, I didn't see the tackle.
See? Baby.
See, now I got to watch the game over.
You got to fast forward because he told his teammates, get out the way. I'm handling this. 2-5 said, hello, how do you do? And that's that. Now, for those that were thinking that the stealth should have had a safety, here are the rules, guys.
No, and this applies to NFL rules as well.
Yes. If the return player touches the ball, but the ball goes out of bounds, it is not a safety. It is a touch. It's a touchback. And the returning team, now, again, live ball, if the returner don't touch it, the returning team can recover.
Absolutely.
You cannot advance, but you can recover. So let's clarify and understand that. So however, as we are waiting on a 2-5 because he's definitely got some stuff to say, and he's feeling some sort of way, a very passionate some sort of way. But
man, I can't wait to get out there to come hang with the fellas.
Yeah, which again, which Mizzle has already plugged. Please do catch the other side of the ball this upcoming Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. on the Other Side of the Ball Network, and I'm pretty sure Matt Ryan will have some things about what he saw out here in Vegas and what he saw out there in the East. So please check out Sounds of the Game on Matt Ryan is Yelling on his YouTube channel, if you will. And if you want to hear him call some Monsters of Games, tune in to his feed. Now, I forgot the young lady's name that called the Animals BIC game with Mr. Hammond, but she did good today.
She held her own.
She did very well, and as this is going on, I told Corey, I said, Corey, get her on the pod on Wednesday. So,
and you know what?
Hopefully, she will accept.
I'm very, very proud of Corey too. He let her talk. So we must applaud Corey for that as well. Love you, Corey. Yeah.
I was having
she did very well in there. Very well.
No, she did. She definitely held her own. Was very knowledgeable. Went on the field. Yes. She did her homework. So very, 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 very good for the young lady. Don't know her name, but hopefully,
you know what? It's up here, but I just can't put it to the words into it.
I'll probably have to rewind it because I know Corey said it at the beginning, so I'll just have to rewind it because I do have the Animal BIC game on mute right now. As we are, they made some stops when they needed to. They forced some turnovers when they needed to. Again, this, and I hate dealing in hypotheticals.
I already said it. The what ifs
and what ifs, because again,
you said this. You gave us 3 good quarters of football.
Yeah.
Well, 2.5.
No, it was 3. They were in the fourth quarter. It was in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. You gave us 3 quarters good quarters of
You
football.
gave us
Very enjoyable.
45, 46 minutes. But again, and this is also on coaching. You have to do a better job of keeping your team's emotions aligned and keeping them in check. Now, again, emotion is part of the game.
Yeah, you can
That
talk to a player dead in the face and try to calm them down. But if they hell bent on doing what they need to do, they're gonna do it. Ladies and
true.
gentlemen, coming to the stage. You love him. I love him.
No
My
filter.
big dog.
No
No
filter.
filter. Yours truly,
Who's got something to say?
Mr. 25.
5 with 25.
Brother.
What's going on, fellas? What's going on?
Well,
Always
you
good
know,
to see you, bro.
talking about this disappointing ending to like 45 minutes of football, and
Three
and
quarters, man.
it's
three quarters.
it's like it's the end. It's like the season finale of a show, and you give us a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
No.
You're making-
I'm a bit no. See, you being generous. It's the final episode, and they
Knowing
give you
that there's another
cliffhanger that it
season.
could be an episode, but the season of the show never comes back.
Well, I mean,
Mhm.
you could say
That
it's
game, hold on, that game may not be replicated again.
no.
I hope it is, but that might have been the best part of the thing. But anyway, no. This is 25's time now.
But
No. We can talk.
but
Let's
no,
talk football.
no. But
Let's
before
talk
that,
football.
okay, we have the two gentlemen that took a leap of faith and both lone wolf some games and turned out to be proven geniuses. So 2-5 real quickly. What was
I
it?
mean,
What was it about the Phantoms that just gave you the feeling like they would beat the Patterson U?
Just for the simple fact they were at home. They were at home. Of course, they had majority of their players. You feel me? If not everybody. And then you got the U, of course, traveling. Shit, we seen they travel kind of light. You know what I mean? But yeah, when you traveling light, just kind of I don't know. I've been there before. You know what I'm saying? So it's like of course, there's always that possibility that you could win for sure. But there's always that possibility that you could lose too. And I happened to actually catch the little last second, like little yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, that was crazy. To actually be able to catch it. Normally I'd be like, no, I didn't catch it. What happened? But no, I was actually able to catch it today.
I mean, the catch in the end zone too. He came back for it like
Boy,
Yeah.
there is some trolling going on in this Nevada players page. It just will not stop.
Hey, you gotta love it.
I tell you what, you
It's
you better
expected.
you better fans. I'm telling you right now, you better circle April 26th for part 2, or should I say, the continuation of Stealth in Insomniacs. Now,
Well, we can just hope it's just as good as it was. It picks up.
now 2-5, put your former division manager's cap back on real quick, and let me ask you this question. When the rematch happens, do you think that the referees are going to give a sideline warning to both teams before the game starts?
Yeah, I think it'll be zero tolerance. Honestly, it'll be zero tolerance from all sides of it. Why? Because of course, like you mentioned earlier, as being a fan of it, as being a broadcaster of it, uh, you hate to see games like that end like that. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
granted, it wasn't shit finna change. Like, it wasn't shit finna change. We was gonna convert on the fourth down. We was gonna score, and then we're throwing with the wind. So now, whoever thinks that they're finna return some shit ain't returning shit. So, I mean, it kind of was gonna happen that way regardless. You feel me? Like, you know. So it's whatever for real. I just think
It is
overall,
what it is.
probably the next game, I think everybody might just take it a little bit more serious, or however you want to say it. Because I don't know. Well, it was gonna be the same result. 4th and 2, of course, convert the first down. Whether it was Scoot running the ball, Wilk running the ball, Juice running the ball. Munchie getting it. Shit, we don't know, but guaranteed.
What's the
Pretty
Munchie?
sure that was gonna convert. They was gonna convert on that fourth down, and then, like I said, we're throwing with the win now. So yeah, nobody's returning shit. You might as well just go to the 20 and just get ready.
Well, with the tackle that you made today, well, I mean, you was like, nope, ain't having it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go
I
find
mean,
that. I didn't see
that's
it.
that's because I heard a few people. You feel me? And then I heard my teammates as well. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, for me, even still, just getting back into that mindset. It was my first game, last game, and shit, 2 years or whatever, 2.5 years. So it's like, yeah, just, you feel me? Tap back into that inner energy plus. Shit, yeah, I had what I needed today. You feel me? Definitely had tequila on my side. Hello, shout out to Terramana. You know, shout out to Terramana.
Doing, Mr. Johnson.
Yeah. Ooh,
Whoa,
what
Whoa.
happened?
Beast is how much clarity and how much of that is factual statement.
Are they supposed to travel?
Oh,
Yeah, they're supposed to be playing
I
the
think they
Heathen.
are traveling. Yes.
They're
Yep.
supposed to be playing the
Virginia.
Heathens in Virginia this week.
Oh yeah, fuck it. Fuck that game. They don't want to travel.
Yeah.
So 2-5, you were there on the field.
Mm.
From your vantage point, what did you see that almost led to a Royal Rumble on the field? Well, from your vantage point, what did you see?
I ain't really see nothing, so I can't even honestly. I can't even comment on it. I didn't see too much of anything. I just really caught the real aftermath of it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how it started. I don't know. I don't know nada.
Interesting. Now,
I know. I know what I do know. You ready for this one?
oh, here we go.
I know that there was a certain somebody that wasted 45 fucking minutes of our time on Wednesday talking a bunch of bullshit and got out there and didn't do a fuck ass thing except I don't even know, but that's another story. That motherfucker, bro. I hope whatever Lee was paying him or whatever the little stipulations was in the contract, man, void that shit and let that man go. Okay.
Mm.
All that passion about Florida is different and Florida speed and Florida football. He is not a representation.
Mm.
Horrible.
Mm.
I was not impressed. Didn't see shit that was worth like none of that shit that he was talking on Wednesday. Oh, we're gonna give the Insomniacs a run for their money. We're gonna do this, and we're gonna give them different looks. And man, the only look we saw was him on the sidelines.
Damn.
Put my man's in there. My man's is out there working. Like you said, through web 2 TDs. You feel me? Where was
Man,
his
they was
antennas?
nice.
Where was his antennas? On the sideline. He didn't call that play. He gonna fuck around and be like, "Oh, I called that play from the sideline." Yeah, he didn't call that shit. Who man's is this?
Yo.
He got to go. That was his introduction against the #1 defensive line. Yeah, his ass is toast. Finito. Wherever he went, wherever he come from, whatever that contract stated, Lee, void it, my boy. Just void it.
Mm.
It's not even worth it. Just void it.
Yeah.
Y'all,
Hey.
y'all was there.
Back it up.
45 minutes. 45 minutes of talking to us and talking our ear off. Y'all seen my face. This was my face. Oh.
You actually was
I wasn't impressed. I wasn't intrigued. I didn't care. I didn't care. I didn't care. I told you, I'll be surprised if he finished the game. I was like this. Oh.
Very, very interesting.
Is he done
was
yet?
there. I was on the show.
Still talking? Okay.
Oh boy.
Get
Hey,
him out of here.
2-5 got on his phone though. That's
Get out of here. Yeah, I was done. After that, yeah, I got a couple text messages I could probably reply to, so on and so forth. You know, I don't know who man's that is. I wasn't impressed. How about you guys? What did you guys think? Enough about
well,
me.
honestly, excuse me. I'm gonna have to go back and watch the game because I've only seen him a couple of times in the game, and he was handing the ball off. So
He was doing what?
handing the ball off. I didn't see him
Well,
throw a pass.
no. Well, the one pass he did throw. Let me just.
I think he
Well,
did throw like one good pass.
he threw one pass, and basically, you might
Mhm.
want to play the song "Sailing" by Christopher Cross.
Oh damn, never mind. I don't even know that song, but that just sounds like it's.
Are you talking about sail away, sail away, sail
No,
away?
no. Sailing takes me away. That song by Christopher Cross.
Oh, that one.
Yes.
Oh look, that one, huh?
Yeah.
It's one of them ones,
Well,
Mizzle.
like
If you watch the movie Ambulance with Jake Gyllenhaal, there's a portion of that movie where that song comes on. But yeah, I mean, one ball just completely sailed on him. And granted, it was windy conditions out there, which again, 2-5
What does that
used to his
mean?
advantage.
What does that mean?
For you, nothing. For Scotty, nothing.
I had to throw in the wind.
Well, like I said, for you and Scotty, nothing
so
because you used it to your advantage and made it look like a swirling punt like Randall Cunningham punting in the Meadowlands 30 years ago for the Eagles against the Giants.
And speaking of Scoot, why did he baptize two people yesterday?
I baptize thee in the name of the wolf, and nothing but the wolf. But not just that.
It was open, like the field was open, like the seas just open, and he just ran. They tried to cut, bam. Hey, if you playing the old school Madden, what do you say? Where that truck come from?
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, I give Jaden Webb credit because he made the decision. I mean, he took it like a man.
Oh, exactly. He didn't run away from it.
No,
It still happened though.
He slowed him down. He became a speed bump.
I mean, it just reminds me of what Sal did to Keith Ramsey, and Keith took it like a man and kept on coming. But I mean, what more can you say? And apparently, Lee wants to. Lee, you can't go live because we're live on the players page. No, we're not on the players page. Never mind. Apparently, he wants to go live.
Page on there?
No, this is the streams and means, so we don't have access to that one. But he's trying. He's trying to have somebody on the players page in Nevada go live because I guess apparently he wants to go live and say some more stuff. Which again, the banter is only going to intensify as the rematch will take place in 2 weeks on April the 26th.
So they got sick, and then they got us.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Oh, is that the next 2 games for him?
Yeah. So now we will see if the Stealth can really run the gauntlet, if you will, and live up to their expectations.
Almost like what we calling we play football in practice hell week. Shit.
It is a gauntlet to say the least, without question.
Oh boy. Elimination chamber.
That's one way of looking at it. Absolutely.
Oh my goodness. Well, it could turn out to be good football, and that's what we all ask for. We just want some good football.
Yes. 6 days, 11 hours, 49 minutes, 38 seconds. Counting down to week number 5 of the A7FL.
Should we mention the second game? We all know about the second game, and we just
no, because again, Sean Candelapis, 2-5's boy.
Hey, we got to get that kid on the show. Hey, his heart is big as Texas.
I don't see him being there
Biggest
next
Texas.
season. Of course, I see him going elsewhere.
I was gonna say, get an offensive line, and he'll be okay. But his escapability,
Yeah, he.
Yeah.
100. It
Yeah.
ain't 99, it's 100.
Because I mean, the whole sick-witted front was coming
Yeah.
and coming and coming, and Andelapis was just, nope, get away from me, get away, get
If it's
away,
just
get
one
away.
thing that I would say is that my man gonna have to work on touch. He throws the ball one way and one way only, especially the
Yeah.
deep ball. If he would have put
Yeah.
that ball like Chris said, a frozen rope, like just stepped into it and yeah, he stepped into it. If he could have stepped into it and just drove it, I think that would have. But you know what? I'm the person watching the game, talking about the game. I don't know how it is on the field, but that's just my before I see.
You know what else I seen? Somebody wasted our time today. Cause what the fuck? This motherfucker talks so much. Oh my god! Like what in the entire fuck? Like he talked our ear off, and he answered questions so well. Like that. That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit, y'all. That is some bullshit. Like I knew it. I said it. That Lee, he found another person that can talk. He knows how to interview. He don't know how to play football for real.
Damn it.
He don't, bro. He ain't got it. I'm not convinced. I think even the team, like the team is not. The team is even over him. I think the team is over him.
Yo.
As a unit, they're tired. They're over it.
Well, gentlemen, you get your wish. 2-5, you get your wish. Sean Candelapis just messaged me and said that he is down to come on the podcast on Wednesday. So there
Let's
you
go.
go.
Sure.
So,
That's what I'm talking about.
I need to
What
make
I'm talking
sure.
about.
I need to make sure everything is nice and spiffy at work so I can be on the show.
Yeah, we need to make.
I got a
We need
few
to make
questions for
sure
the
we got
kid.
time to actually talk to him and not have motherfucking Corey talk so much.
now
I'm
you
my dog,
notice,
but he talks too much sometimes.
but you notice it had to take a woman to kind of calm him down today or yesterday. As the young lady, like I said, I forgot her name. I don't know what her name is, but she did a phenomenal job.
I did hear a little bit. She did like even Mizzle said she did do her thing. She held her own.
Oh, she
I
did her
I
thing.
liked it. I liked
Which,
it.
Yeah.
which again, she has been invited to come on the podcast. I said, Corey, get her on Wednesday.
Both.
So,
Yeah, she can come on both. She
so
can even
just
come on our normal Mizzle and Dub show.
so just confirm, Sean Candelapis of the Las Vegas Hunters will join us this Wednesday on the other side of the ball.
Hey fellas, what do the Hunters really got to do, man?
They need to. Never mind. Too soon.
Well, again, they need to build their line of scrimmage.
Nah,
That's what I said earlier. I said if they get the young man some protection, who knows what he can
Coach.
do if he has time
I
to step
heard.
into the ball.
I heard Coach say a lot of the players don't show up to whatever practice or whatever gatherings they have. So even just right there, that's a problem. You feel me?
That's a big
No
problem.
chemistry.
If they're
No chemistry.
if they're just showing up on game day, and you know what I'm saying, that's the product that we're getting. We're getting just showing up on game day type shit, you know. But if they were to even the main or even the guys that will consider themselves, excuse me, to be the main guys, excuse me, were to like kind of link up and get some work in, like, I mean, that could help for them, you know. But when guys are doing their own thing on the side, I mean, everybody's going to say they're putting in work, right?
Facts. Factual statement. But you see the ones that are indeed putting in work and the ones that are not putting in work, and
Give me an example, because I got one who's not putting in work. He ain't putting in no work. All right, I'm done. I'm done, y'all. It's just every statement now just results back to him. Like just basura. All right, I'm done.
It just takes me back to the show though, because the people in the comments was like, somebody wake up 2-5.
Bro, over here, hey, Mizzle, just like this.
Yeah.
I can't believe I was asleep missing that.
Oh yeah, you missed a whole lot.
It was so boring.
I think if you want, I think it was him and Corey just really talking through the show.
Man, it was 45 minutes. Bullshit you not. 45
Chris got
minutes.
in a couple of words. Chris got in.
He came in. He came on a little bit before 6. He got off at a little bit after 6:45. Telling you, 45 minutes of my fucking time wasted. Well, not really, because I always enjoy you guys, but man, I knew it. I just knew it. Like I knew it. I knew it was gonna be some bullshit.
Well,
I just knew it.
It's almost a shame if Corey Hammond becomes the more reasonable one during the podcast, if there is such a thing of that existing. But part 2 will take place on April the 26th, and if I'm not mistaken, that is the only game scheduled that day on the 26th is the Stealth and the Insomniacs. So guys,
let's do
on
it.
both teams
at 7.
Play hard, play with passion, but can we get a full game? Even though it technically ends on the side of the Insomniacs because they have to lead 21-18, so they will get credited for the win. But again, as I kept saying and asking Chris, why do you want to keep poking the bear, if you will? And it seemed like the bear was awakening. Now, we don't know what's going to happen when they have to go to the second meeting with these two, but I mean, there's not going to be chippy play, I don't think, because I think the referees are going to try to establish dominance and be like, look here, we're not doing this again. All right? But I am anxious to get Will Franklin's take on this if and when he does watch all the stuff, being that he works hard with the with referees. But, that remains to be seen. But 2-5, let's talk about your impressions on just how hard Sean Candelabre's play is for the Hunters.
Oh, I like him. He's my favorite player, at least coming from the Hunters. Like I said, big heart.
And I'm getting a phone call. What the heck? Hold on. This is interesting.
Hey, what you do is you put yourself on mute and cut yourself and let 2-5 finish what he was saying.
Hold on, folks. So there could be some more banter. As Coach Lee from the Stealth is asking to come on.
Bring it, yeah, bring it
right now.
Bring it. Bring it.
I mean, this is my Friday. I mean,
pull out.
I got about another hour.
Look at 2-5 getting ready. Oh boy.
Come on, yeah, pull up, bro. Let's have a little. Yeah, let's have a little.
I can't hear you.
Look, I'm still good.
Yeah, we good. Come on.
Okay, why can I not hear Mizzle? Anybody hear me?
I can hear both of you.
Because you took a phone call, you need to exit out and come back in.
Can anybody hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know why I can't hear y'all. What the heck is going on?
Here we go.
All right, so apparently Coach Lee from the Stealth is going to join us momentarily here on this recap show. But hold on one second while I try to fix my my microphone because something's going on here. I'll be right back.
There we go. He got No, he needs to leave. But anyway, brother,
Yes, sir.
the thing is, you guys play that game that Sunday, and then 2 days later, I land.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to find a way to. I gotta see
damn.
that.
How long you
Right, I gotta
staying?
see that. Oh, I'll be out there. Let's see, Tuesday to Monday. So that
Okay.
Tuesday,
So you still
the
might be able to catch a
no,
game.
I'm catching the game because I'm gonna go see. I'm gonna go see Zelly and the fire and the police that Saturday,
Oh yeah. That is.
and then I'm coming to A7 the next day.
Mm-hmm.
You already know I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be all over the place.
Hopefully it's a good matchup.
That should be play. I think that's playoffs.
Probably. I don't know.
It's anyway. I get to come see y'all play, and that's fantastic. You already know I love to be on the sideline with y'all,
Hell yeah.
roaming the field.
So what games did you catch today? While we wait on Liaz.
I saw the Phantoms in the U. I saw majority of the animals in BIC.
Oh yeah.
That was a fantastic game.
What's
That
up,
game was
Packer?
fantastic. Okay, we can hear you. Can you hear us? Well, okay. How you doing, DP? Well, it seems like I'm the one that's holding it down right now, but until everybody rejoins, I'll do a rewind of what I saw. Well, what I'm looking at right now, just recapping the. There we go.
Y'all hear me?
Yep, you good. You in here?
All right. Lee need the link.
Tell me where I need to send it to.
Demario Lee on Facebook.
Oh, so he a messenger.
Yeah.
I'm not a friend. I'm not a friend of his, but let me
Send
see.
it to me and then I'll send it to him.
Okay. Copy. Do that. I'm gonna send it to your Facebook. I mean your messenger.
All right.
Messenger, please. Thank you. All right. I sent you, brother. Should be coming through. But it was a fantastic day of football.
We good. I'll send it.
Okay. Today was a good day. Well, yesterday was a good day of football. I mean, the Animals jerseys was clean. They played a good game of football.
Them jerseys was fire.
Hey, that's what I said to DT2. I said, hey, bro.
Them jerseys
He told me they was going to whip those out.
Yeah.
He said he was whipping those out, and I was like, ooh. They played a good game of football, too. That game was good.
Mm-hmm.
Sterry almost tried to bring him back. I got to go back and watch what game I got? Definitely the Insomniacs game with the stealth. I got to definitely watch that one over. Oh, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. You got to unmute yourself. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing fantastic.
All right, that's good to hear. How would you well go ahead and explain what happened your take on today's game.
So my
I
whole thing
don't
is
want none of that professional shit,
I'm not
Lee.
doing
Fuck
none of
all
that
that
professional
professional
shit.
shit.
Look,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be all the way honest with y'all. I'm off about 15 shots of whiskey, so we gonna leave that professional shit to the
Come
sideline for
on.
tonight.
Come on.
There we go.
Man, you ain't the only
So
one drinking tonight, brother.
okay, so yeah, I'm gonna be the only one keeping it 100 tonight, though. So look,
Mm?
Ooh,
I'm
ooh.
gonna tell you like this. Look,
I kept it 100 too when I
no,
told you
you
you need to
do.
void that
Mods,
motherfucking contract with that nigga. Void
that's
that
facts.
contract, gang.
That's facts. Look, one thing I'm gonna say, Knox, you know that's my brother off the stream, off the line. He ain't never told no lies. So I'm gonna say one thing, and this is the only thing I'm gonna say. Now, we were the underdogs in this game. Let's be honest.
No, that's facts.
This nigga Scooter got on this motherfucking live. We can talk about what Rob got on there doing for 45 minutes, but we could talk about how Scooter got on here popping that shit, saying, "Oh, it's going to be over before the third half." And then y'all get on this motherfucking and come to our sideline and entice a fight when y'all see y'all winning by 3 points on the fourth down and run to our sideline and start a big ass deal or whatever that ended the game. I could see if we ran to y'all sideline and we caused any chaos, but you motherfuckers ran to our sideline and caused chaos that ended the game. As athletes, okay, we should have been professional, but as human beings, you know, we were on defense, and literally we were on defense. So when y'all run over there with y'all shirts off, enticing a fight, we on guard. We don't know what the fuck going on. We just know if some shit finna go down, we finna go with it. So all the professional shit go out the window when niggas is running over to our sideline and we like, oh, is we finna fade? What we finna do? Whatever it's been, you know, camaraderie back and forth on these social medias. You niggas is mad because y'all was supposed to beat us by 30. First of all, you niggas thought y'all was SpongeBob and Mr. Krabs. Y'all cooking burgers on the sideline, talking about what y'all was gonna do to us. And then it turned out the fact. Now keep in mind, when I spoke on this game, even in a live podcast, I said I never said nothing about y'all. I spoke on Sick With It and said we was gonna have a better game than Sick With It, which I showed facts. We had a better game than Sick With It. You guys said, "Oh, you said it's a new sheriff in town, Munchie." You said, "Oh, it's a new sheriff in town." Then you spoke on us and said you was gonna do this, nigga. Well, look how we made y'all look. At the end of the day, nigga, when they had that podcast last week, every motherfucking um podcast speaker had us down by 30. And we motherfucking showed up and showed out and had y'all looking stupid. Scooter couldn't score. We didn't get scored on in the third quarter. We had the ball the entire time. And also, the Insomniacs only scored 21 points, the lowest point games they ever had in a Nevada division. So y'all can talk about y'all won, but the only reason the game ended is because y'all ran to our sideline popping that shit. The game would have still been playing. We didn't run over there to y'all sideline ready to fight.
Hey,
You
believe it.
mother
Let's keep it real though. 4th and 2,
fourth and
y'all not getting that game.
nigga, you niggas pulled out a grill. Okay, look, I can't.
Y'all not
I'm
getting
not
that.
gonna even look. I'm not gonna look. I'm gonna say one thing, Knox. I'm not gonna never deny the Insomniacs of their talent and say we would have got it on 4th and 2. But what I will say,
It's always that what is. Yeah,
yeah,
I
but
know.
what I
Yeah, of
will
course.
say is no. The fact of the matter is, Scooter got on live and said this game is ending in the third quarter. Now I'm gonna ask a simple question: was that game ending in the third quarter, whether we got it or not? No.
No,
Nah,
no,
it was
no,
going to the
no. There
fourth.
was no running clock.
It was
So
going
when
to the
you
fourth.
got on there and said it was gonna end in the third quarter, and you said, "I promise you, this finna be a blowout," and yeah, they not this, they not that. And I want to mention another thing. I am 32 years old. I am the youngest owner of any team in any division. In PIFL Professional Football Arena League, we are ranked number one. And
Respect.
I am still the youngest owner in any division I play in. So by me being
Respect.
32 years old, it's okay for me to make mistakes. By me being the underdogs, it's okay for me to lose because the Insomniacs are great. But when you guys reach out, because once again, I only spoke on Sick With It and the Hunters. And they said, well, you brought us up when you said it's a new sheriff in town. I said, no, I didn't bring y'all up. I basically said we were a competing number 2 team and we were going to do better than Sick With It did against y'all. No lies were told. Sick With It first game, we did better than Sick With It against the Insomniacs. No lies were told. But when you get on there saying we finna blow y'all by 30, this game finna be over in a half, we bringing dominoes to the field, we finna bring a fucking inflatable pool and all this shit. Them motherfuckers had the audacity to start fucking grilling burgers on the sideline. I said they coach was like Mr. Krabs. He said, stop all them fucking burgers. We need to lock in. They're competing. So when you underestimate the underdogs, it's not about us winning because I will accept the loss. Because guess what? You can never win if you can never take a loss. I will accept the loss to a team who's been doing this season way longer than me, more experienced than me, more camaraderie, more, whatever. But when I come out there and I tell you, you not gonna shot me up. You not gonna try to troll me on social media. You not gonna make me bow down to y'all because y'all are the number 1 team and you guys are great. I give you your grace and your flowers. But don't come for me unless I send for you. So when you get to coming for me and act like I'm not gonna pop my shit because every year you gotta show me. I don't care if a motherfucker, if you going in a ring against Floyd Mayweather and he say, you know what, you this, you that, I'm gonna whoop your ass. You gonna say, you know what, you gotta show me better than you could tell me. Because there is no way in hell that I'm gonna let any man on this earth who bleeds like me tell me what he is gonna do to me. You have to show me. And the fact of the matter is, they did not show us. This game was the best game played in Nevada. This game had over 2,500 views within 4 hours, the most viewed game in Nevada. We came and showed out. Every announcer, everybody on the other side of the ball had us down by 30. We didn't have to win. We just had to compete. My job is to make sure we make it to that Final Four. Now, listen, if the Insomniacs have to deal with BIC or the U or the Animals, that's what I'm looking forward to. I never said, I never came out and said anything about Insomniacs like I'm better than you, I can beat you. I spoke on Sick With It, and then Munchie took his messy ass to part to saying, okay, I'm going to capitalize off this, and I'm going to try to punt them because we beat them bad last season. No, it's a whole new season. So when you get up there and say that, I'm going to still talk my shit and pop my shit and say, stand on them comments. But in reality, my goal coming into this league this season was to make it into the Final Four and then seeing how they match up against the East Coast team and seeing how we match up against the East Coast team. And if an East Coast team knocked them out of the seed and then we end up beating the East Coast team, there we go. But I didn't want to come in there like, oh, we better than the Insomniacs, none of that, because I always give them their flowers. They're a great team. They only lost 2 games in the course of 3 years. I never took that away from them. But when they sit up there and try to say that I'm not fighting for greatness, that's where you got me all the way fucked up. Now, you're going to hear things like, towards after the game, I heard people say, oh, yeah, you paid Calvin Deloney to throw that fumble in the game. Yeah, we wasn't really playing against y'all. Kenny Mack got on there and said, yeah, our whole team is going to be here this time. That's not my fault that you motherfuckers took us for a joke. But at the end of the day, you were supposed to beat us by 30. There is no way that I have over 20 inboxes saying this was the greatest game played in Nevada. Players from every top team saying, you guys came and competed. Anytime, if you go rewind any film that I said, we are here to compete against the best team. I never spoke ill on the Insomniacs. When the Insomniacs draw me out, I said, you know what? I got to defend myself because I'm not going to be cyberbullied. I'm not going to be told that you're going to do something to me because you got to show me better than you can tell me. And guess what? They didn't show me. Scooter sloppy ass, how he was running and hurdling people over, Sick With It. His big fat ass didn't hurdle nobody. His big fat ass didn't break out of that box like he was Tom Brady. His big ass was stuffed like the Pillsbury Doughboy.
But he did run over 2 of your players, though.
Yeah, look at the size. I mean, they were 110 pounds,
I
and he
mean,
was
but
like,
you sit here and say what he wasn't doing, but he did something else that.
Okay.
But
but
anyway,
then
I'm not.
okay, when he tried
But
to
I want to
break
play
out,
devil's advocate
when
real
him
quick.
and Juice tried to break out on that Wildcat, what happened? His big ass
Hey,
got
hey,
stuck.
hold on. Let me play devil's advocate because I hear what you're saying.
He did. He did have a
Yo,
crazy ass no look too. That no look was crazy.
but
That
I
was
hear.
crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I want to speak on what
Shooters,
you're saying about that they didn't beat you by 30. But when your quarterback came on the show last week and said all the things that you
that's
guys were going to
okay. And I'm
do,
gonna say one
hold on,
thing
wait a
now.
minute, brother. You had your minute. Let me just. I'm just
I
because I
knew it
want to.
was going to this nuts. I told you.
We go.
No.
Hey, no, Lee.
This is just
We
me hearing
have
what you're
to.
saying, bro.
No,
This ain't
we
nothing to
have
do.
to go to this. We
This
have
ain't
to
nothing
go
to
to
do
this.
with you and
My bad,
I'm
Mizzle.
just
Go
saying,
ahead.
yo, the quarterback came on the show and said what y'all was gonna do to the Insomniacs with the offense and the defense and this, that, and the third. Just as the same thing as you saying with the Insomniacs say they were gonna do. None of y'all did what y'all said we was gonna do. Your quarterback said this.
Now, can I
And what the
say one thing?
Insomniacs
I
said.
agree with you. I agree with you. Now, this is what I want
So
to say.
this is a
When okay, look. So now we got to watch this. Take this into accountability. Now, I'm gonna speak on the
okay.
Insomniacs in a positive way. So
Okay.
Davik is a key player. He is very hard to guard under any conditions. Davik wasn't in a
Agreed.
game. Davik wasn't in a game most of the times because it did start raining or drizzling in Nevada, and then the wind
Mm-hmm.
conditions was crazy. So Davik didn't get that many pass plays. We all know Davik as a key athlete. You know, he could have did way more than he did in that game, but due to the wind conditions, he didn't play up to the level he was supposed to. Now, keep in mind,
Run game.
it's the same thing to our quarterback. Due to the wind conditions and his personnel, he didn't play
Mm-hmm.
up to his game. Now, one thing, one thing I understand about playing against the Insomniacs, you don't have 2 quarters to figure it out. You have 3 plays. So by me as being an owner, within those 3 plays, I said, you know what? I have to go for what I know over which I know, Rob is a great quarterback, but in those 3 plays, like one of the balls that he threw was a good ball. One of our top receivers, he even talked about it before this call. He like, I didn't catch that ball. That was on me. Another one of those balls, the wind overtook it. But by me knowing the personnel and knowing that he hasn't really been playing in A7 like that, I had to make a business decision as an owner. Like, do I let him get time to cook up, or do I sub him out for somebody who I know has played in this game before and can adapt? Now, if I would have let him get time to cook up, the
Yep.
Insomniacs is not a team where you
Nah.
get a chance to do play over play to make it work. You have one time. If it doesn't work, you have to adjust. If you don't adjust, they will take advantage of it. So me,
So
as an owner, I had
Okay.
to take advantage before they did.
Okay. Okay. So if too far, let me. I'm gonna give it to you real quick, but I just want to. So you were basically what you're saying is the quarterback you had in right there. He wasn't right for the personnel you was trying to run, and of course you're trying to
Under the
win.
win conditions. Under the
No,
win
I get
conditions.
that. For the personnel for the win conditions, you were trying to put the right quarterback in there. I get
Correct.
that, but shouldn't your quarterback be learning and adapting? And I mean, I'm just saying he ain't been playing in a
That's
while,
true.
so let him play. He got to the
Now,
rust got to
now,
come off some
now,
way
now, this
somehow.
is the thing. I will give you that, but now take this. So this same quarterback who played for the Hunters was not a good quarterback. This same quarterback who played for 8 Man Arena, we are over 9-0 and ranked number 1 in the PIFL. And so
Okay,
my judgment, since we have been practicing since June of last year, was to go with what I know and not what has been brought to the table. Even though he's a great quarterback, I just feel like there were a lot of mistakes that happened too fast in the game for us to make up for and us to try to adapt to. because then it would be a thing where we're running a two quarterback system and it's not working. Now, granted, the difference is the quarterback that I have who competed against Scooter has came from a bottom team who record last year was 0-7. Scooter has been a top quarterback in this league for the longest. There is no excuse for your performance. There is no excuse for your sideline cadence. There is none whatsoever. You know, we can make a million reasons for why we didn't come correct, and that's granted because we're not the undefeated, undisputed team. But for an undefeated, undisputed team, keep in mind, I'll say this again. There is no team in Nevada who kept the Insomniacs under 30 points per game. The Insomniacs has scored over 30 points for any team that they played. Scooter went on the podcast and said, this game is going to be over by the third quarter. Munchie at the game was saying, I bet you $1,000 you guys won't make it to the third quarter and won't score. These are statements coming from professional top tier athletes. I'll say this again, professional top tier athletes who have seen the East Coast, who have, competed and won against the best teams in our league. My team is an up and coming team from a 32-year-old man who is an owner, player, coach. There is no other coach. If you go to that sideline where number 6 Jaleel Hornbeak was playing, everything, you will see me pulling a quarterback and giving him plays. So for you to have a big staff and so many different people that you can lean on, and there's just me and one other coaching staff, but there's just me who's making those final decisions and is making the decisions as an athlete as well. You have to give me my credit for competing. Once again, I'm not over here bragging that we won, but I'm gonna say the same statement that I started off with in the podcast that got them upset. We will play a better game than Sick With It played against you guys. Truth be told, one thing we can all agree on: our first game versus Sick With It first game, we played a better game than Sick With It. So
Absolutely.
I stood on everything that I said I would do. I said, we're just gonna play a better game than Sick With It. Even in the podcast with me and Munchie in the live, I said, bro, I never came to attack you. I said, I didn't say nothing about you. I spoke about Sick With It and Hunters. He said, yeah, well, it really made me mad when you said there's a new sheriff in town. Well, please tell me that there isn't, because even in the game on 4th and 2, not debating if they would have converted or not, one thing that I'm saying is their players in the active play where my players were not bothered or not worried, you guys took off y'all jerseys and decided to run over there and attack us in the middle of a live game, and it cost the game to be ended. So we'll never know how it would have continued to play it out. But you guys were up on us. You guys had the advantage. You guys had key athletes that are stars. And somehow we capitalized off of you guys' mistakes. In the entire third quarter, you guys did not touch the ball. I'm speaking on the little things. I'm not worried about beating them because we'll cross that bridge in playoffs. We're a preseason game. It's not my job to, really focus on preseason. It's my job to compete. Now, if you look at the stats, the Hunters, yeah, we beat the Hunters the same way that Sick With It beat the Hunters, but we played a better game against the Insomniacs than Sick With It played against the Insomniacs. So who are really up for that Final Four in Nevada when you look at it as us blowing the Hunters out by 46-0 and then 48-6, and then them winning by 46-0 and I think 58-0, but then losing to the Insomniacs by 3 touchdowns. We only lost to the Insomniacs by 3 points.
Technically.
So yeah, technically. So my goal is technically, even whether the game was called early or whatever, I'm not gonna say we would have won. I'm not gonna say they would have won. But what I will say is we played a better game than Sick with it. So, and this season is based off of a point caliber game. We have a better point pool against the top team, and we have the same point pool against the bottom team as they do. So are we not in debate for that second seed coming
We're
out of
gonna find out.
Vegas?
We're gonna find out, and that's what I was just about to ask you. Right? That's
So
the
Sick with
yeah,
game
you
it,
that
guys
yeah.
are
that.
first. You got it 2-5. I'm sorry, you didn't get a chance to say what you wanted to say.
No, you good, Mizzle. Go
Okay.
ahead. You
No.
got.
So basically, right now it's Insomniacs is we're speaking West Coast. Insomniacs is number one, and then you guys will be number two because this is your first loss, and
That's
everybody.
all I was saying from the
No,
jump.
no, no.
If you look,
I get what you're saying. I mean, it was a whole lot of banter talk before this game came up, man. Not if it was not from you,
but
but from the
look, even no,
players.
it was for me too. But I stood on every statement. Y'all said y'all was gonna beat us by 30. When they had that other side of the ball, every team had us down by 30, and we was only down by
Well,
3 points. So
I
that
didn't have you
means
guys down by 30. I just picked the Insomniacs to win all out
okay.
outright.
So
Yeah,
everybody else,
it wasn't no point spread.
no,
No, wasn't
everybody
no point
else,
spread in that game.
Corey said they're gonna lose by 30.
Well, well, that's Corey Hammond.
Yeah, and I agree with it. He said, but his favorite statement proved me wrong. And so my whole point, yeah, we didn't win, but we proved y'all wrong. And the only reason we didn't win is because they players didn't have
I can
cadence.
say, okay, you can say that as well, but you're right.
Speaking of
Going
cadence,
into the
let me
fourth
say one
quarter,
thing.
you guys wasn't losing by 30, but there was still a whole lot of football to play, and we're not going to live in the what ifs.
Now let me say one thing. This is facts. So I'm not going to speak on any names, but a couple of these players were supposed to be out on suspensions for 2 games due to their cadence and how they carried themselves in the last games. And then they turned around and got them suspensions overthrown because community, whatever they had to do or whatever, not gonna get too deep into that. But then you turned around and ran to our sideline and started an entice fight. If somebody is running up on you, and you're sitting there playing football, you're going to sit there and get ready to defend yourself because they're running up on you. We didn't run
Right.
up on their side of the field to end the game. I could see if we ran up on their side of the field to end the game, but they ran up on us. So the game was not ended at our cost. It was ended at theirs. And to me personally, it was a shift in the game once I decided to challenge Danye play, and that play came in my favor. After that, number 99 decided to get that pick, and then he got that fumble touchdown. We were getting in our momentum. And if you look at the film, you will see
Somebody
we were,
said number 99 was blown out. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
yeah, we started to run heavy. Like, our running game was matching their running game. Our O line and our defense was holding up to a certain extent. Their O line and D line was holding up to a certain extent. But
That
like I
special
said,
teams wasn't holding up.
yeah, no, Knox. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like,
I'm
Knox, I'm
fucking
gonna
with you,
always give
bro.
you your flowers. It was I always give you your flowers, but the way that you throw the ball, is something very different. And like I said, you will always be Mr. Excitement on that 3-on-1 because you know how to leave the ball in the air long
Difference
enough.
maker. He's a
Yeah, you're a
difference
Appreciate you,
difference
maker.
bro.
maker, and I will never take that away from you. Like, even down to Savion, how you held the ball long enough, even how against Webb, you were able to go out there and make those tackles. Like, you do a great job at 3-on-1, and I could never take that from you. But when it came down to the game, I feel like we were matching their energy, but you were holding up on that 3-on-1 and an advantage to our 3-on-1. But keep in mind, we were containing. So on our 3-on-1, we were containing. When Ramses and Charles broke down, every time they broke down, Diane and really had nowhere to go. They were stuck in a box, and then when Danye did break out, it was out of bounds, and I caught it, and I decided to challenge it, which worked out in our favor. So the only difference maker that they had was you on that fucking 301. But other than you being on that 301, if they didn't have you, I'm gonna be honest, that game would not even turned out the way it was supposed to. If they wouldn't have had you on that 3-on-1, we can all give Jaden Webb, Savion Cunningham, their flowers, KR. These are good returners. Knox is the only person who can keep that ball in the air long enough for them to capitalize off of it. And I'm gonna be honest, it's a couple of times where Knox could have just threw that shit out of bounds and just said, you know what, y'all get it at the 20. But he wants to make 3-on-1 exciting. He always stated that. I can
He's
throw it
big.
out the
Yep.
bounds. I can throw it out of bounds all the time, but that's not gonna make the game exciting. I want to throw it to
Mm-hmm.
you. I want to attack these players. I want to show them what I give to the game. So by him
Yes.
even giving that acknowledgement, it gives some type of, compatible game. But if he wanted to, he could have treated like how BIC did the Insomniacs in playoffs. He could have threw it out of bounds and made us fight at the 20 every time. He has the arm and the strength to do it. But what I'm saying
Mm-hmm.
is those players, who were cyber bullying and trolling on Instagram, we expected them more than we expected me to hold up to their end of the bargain because they are, seasoned. They've been in this league longer than me. So when Scooter comes on a podcast and say this game is going to be over in third, we're going to blow them out by 30 points. And then it's a competitive, it's a competitive game, and then you sit up there and say, "Oh, I wasn't really trying." It does not line up with the statements you said on the other side of the ball. So instead of giving us our flowers, you're going to make an excuse. We never came out saying we were going to beat you guys. We came out and said we're going to compete and we're not going to lay down under any circumstances. And I feel as an owner, we showed up, we showed out, we didn't lay down. They were beating us
Yeah.
to a certain extent, and then we capitalized off of their mistakes. Them
Now let me ask you
motherfuckers
a
have.
question. Let me ask you a question real quick, because we could. I feel like, of course, we can go on and we can go on, right? But let's just say this game's over, right? Game's over. The next game you got is sick, right? That's
Fantastic game, by the way.
I'm gonna be
that's
honest
gonna.
with you. If y'all think sick with it is, this is what I gotta say. The level of respect that I have personally for the Insomniacs. If y'all think by any chance a team that was coming from the bottom is going to keep the Insomniacs at the lowest point game that they ever scored, and especially after they just came out and embarrassed Sick with it back to back, if y'all think that they are going to compete with us, it's not giving us the respect that we earn because one thing that we stated was we are going to have a better game against the Insomniacs and Sick with it is. And I'm going to keep it real. Sick with it, them motherfuckers is gonna lose. We gonna be in that final four, and I'm gonna say it again. I expect
Lord.
the East Case, I
Oh
expect the East
Lord.
Coast to do their job against the Insomniacs, or I'll see the East Coast in the playoffs, or I'll see the Insomniacs in the playoffs. But it's too many players that got out of shape and out of tune on sick with it, and then players from bottom tier teams is reaching out to me with screenshots like, "Oh, Mark want us over there." Like you just doing anything, like you giving it up. Sick with it is not the same sick with it. And when we able to come to that agreement that the stealth is the second seed and competing for that top position, then we'll be able to come to terms with reality. But sick with it is not being given that energy. They have been given two opportunities. They got their ass embarrassed by the Insomniacs, and then they got their ass embarrassed by the Insomniacs. They have never showed up and showed a point. Now I'll say one thing. They quarterback got hit one time and he was fucking injured, fucking concussion protocol. Even though Rob didn't play the best of his abilities
Yeah, I
or
was gonna
Lee
say,
did,
nigga, don't undermine Rob.
yeah. know what I'm
We
saying?
ain't finna, hey, nah, nigga. We ain't finna undermine Rob, because that nigga Rob, that nigga Rob,
We
Lee
ain't
don't
gonna
do
do
it,
that. No, I'm not gonna do it. But what I'm saying is,
nigga.
hey, I'm gonna just say one thing. You seen it, you seen Sick with it play in
I'm taking,
Insomniacs.
I'm taking
You
my
ain't
boy
seen none of
T.
our players get injured. Not one player
I'm
got
taking my
injured.
boy, I'm taking my boy T over Rob any day.
Man, shout out Lil T. He's been rocking with me since he was 17. I
No,
remember
not Lil T. Lil T definitely did have he did have a motherfucking game today. He did, but I'm talking
yeah,
about the QB for Sick with it, T Jones. I'm
yeah,
taking him over Rob any day. But yeah,
yeah.
definitely Lil T definitely had a motherfucking game of his life today.
And
I
once again, I'm gonna say this publicly. You know, he didn't make the tryouts for Stealth. He came to try out and compete for Stealth, and unfortunately, I cut him from my program. So
well,
you know,
you should have kept him and cut Rob, nigga.
I'm gonna be honest. You know, I'm gonna tell you this.
Hell no, nigga. Hey,
Anytime,
I'm not a fan, gang. So anytime you bring up Rob, nigga, from now on, I swear for Lord.
listen, but anytime a quarterback come to my team and throwing a ball with a fucking glove on, I will not respect you because I played all my life football. So when he came throwing with a glove on, I'm like, oh, he think he Mike Jackson. That's the first thing that came in my mind. And then when he came to compete against Louis, like we had a live scrimmage, because y'all know we get a lot of players out. We had about 48 players at that practice. We did a live scrimmage. He went up
Nice.
against Louis. He had his pads and his helmet on, and he had a hoodie over his pads and his glove on like he was Michael. That motherfucker was ass back. It was to the point, coach, what position I play? Get your ass back. Um, he just, and they might see something in him that the mirror can't catch, but I didn't see shit in him at all. I just was like, I'm Donald Trump to this nigga. I don't like him. And ain't nothing that can do that and make me like him. And like I said, I never speak on them motherfuckers in a highly way. Only thing I would say is shout out to Mark Gray. He's a great owner and he's able to make some, adjustments and able to pull off some good players like this week when we play them, they're probably going to have like 4 extra players added. I'm very like in tune with the underworld of sports, so I know he got some good pickups. But once again, you can't change that quarterback, and if he break out the box like he did against the Insomniacs, that nigga go have a concussion like he did with the Insomniacs, and it's that simple. Like they not go they not gonna never have me here. I got a couple good people that play on that team. Shout out to Perp, shout out to Yodi, they're my boys. But like I said, I just don't feel that it can happen. And then when you put Dion in, you take away your best safety, and then you're fucked. You're fucked.
I mean, all
Iquan,
you niggas run is slants and post anyway.
no,
Shit.
that's all we ran with y'all because all y'all ran is 5 in the box.
That's all y'all niggas was running slants, nigga. Post
You gotta
here,
you gotta
slant
think about it
here.
though. You gotta think about it. The wind played
100%.
the wind played a
100%.
big
100%.
effect
Yeah.
Nigga,
to when we
I'll
had
be the
play.
first one to tell you, nigga, I hate throwing in the wind. I hate
And
it.
I'm gonna say this again, like
With a
All
I
throwers
said,
passion,
do.
nigga. I hate
fucking
that shit.
Davic,
All throwers do.
Davic
I hate that shit, Mizzle.
Didn't really get to do Davic, bro. He a head topologist. Like this nigga worked at a clinic. He is a head topologist. But when the wind come into a play, they have to adjust. They like, all right, Davik, we know you can do this, but we can't get it to you with accuracy because of the wind. So we have to run a heavy game. Now, I'm gonna be
So
honest.
with that statement, that means it would be kind of safe to say too that it was
You
probably
know
finna
it
get
is.
ugly for y'all motherfuckers because that fourth quarter, guess who had the win?
Who, Davik?
We was finna that it was probably it was finna get ugly.
I ain't gonna lie. Davik would have came in. He would have been injured. His frail leg guys, we was finna pop him.
Nah, he been scoring every game, bro.
No, I know he scored one. I ain't gonna sit up there, but I'm gonna pop my shit. But no, I feel like
He
the
scored
You
win
every
got
game.
to
wasn't
though. I mean, it wouldn't be right.
the win wasn't in his favor for the game. And I do want to say one thing. Do you guys notice because I got a live video that I recorded 15 minutes prior to him showing up. And in the video, I also stated, I said, look, the game has not started yet because the cameras need to get fixed. I said, but watch when Davik show up on the field, the cameras are going to get fixed. Soon as Davik, listen, and I got this video. I got this
Leak
video.
it your
No, listen,
ass,
you can say
man.
it's not true. Listen, you
I'm
can say
about
it's
to,
not
man.
true.
Shout out to
Let me
Stew
say one thing.
Sticks.
You can
I
say
ate
it's
all my
not.
catfish.
You can say it's not
Oh
true, but
shit!
I'm a chess
Drop
player.
my plate.
And I said, what's the holdup? And then I said, record me. I said, they're waiting for Davik to come. I said, as soon as Davik come, the cameras are going to get fixed. Davik stepped on the field and they said, all right, let's get this game rolling. I mean, it just happened to be a weird coincidence, but I predicted that shit. I'm going to be honest. I predicted that shit. If the Insomniacs wasn't worried, why did I predict that the game was not going to start until Davik came?
All right.
That's like saying Beyonce put the
So,
lights out when the Niners played the Baltimore Ravens in the Super Bowl.
so, so. Okay, y'all gonna beat sick.
You know
All
that.
right, that's a dub. All right. So then we got y'all again on the 26th.
And I don't know what's going to happen to that, but I know we in that Final Four.
Damn it! I wish I was there for that one.
I know we in the Final Four, not. I don't know what's going to happen between us,
I
but I
want
know
to.
one
I'm
thing.
really, I'm really
Not.
excited for the game between
I'm going
y'all
to
and
say
sick
this.
though. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm going
Me
to say
too.
this. I don't
Me
know
too.
what's going to happen between us and the Insomniacs, but I know us and the Insomniacs is going to be on that motherfucking plane going to the East Coast. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm not gonna sit up there and I'm never gonna sit up there and say that because, like I said, I defended my name. I'm never gonna sit up there and be like, I don't know what's gonna happen with us and the fucking Insomniacs, but I know one fucking thing. We are gonna be on that plane going to the East Coast together. Sick with it? Oh yeah. Y'all know what's up. Y'all know what's up. Yeah, sick with it even was on the sideline. Like, yeah, they playing y'all. They woo. Yeah, y'all good. Yeah, y'all friends. But in reality, y'all know it's gonna be a problem. Y'all can sit up there and pop all that shit. But people lie, numbers don't. We played a better game in the first quarter and in the second quarter than y'all played against the Insomniacs in both games.
Oh yeah, y'all played a damn good game against the Insomniacs. I just wish we could have seen the full fledged thing. Not putting the blame on anybody. I wasn't there. Like I said, I just what I saw.
The blame can go all the way around,
I
right?
don't even
And
care who. I don't
I'm
even
a,
care
I'm
how the
a,
game.
respect
I'm
that.
a,
I
I'm a,
I don't
respect
even
that too,
care how the
Todd.
blame go.
and hold on, bro. I say it goes all the way around. Now, this is division manager speaking, right? The reason it can go all the way around is because you have referees telling everybody to get back to their sidelines. You have said coaches or acting coaches, again, some of them attempting to get players to the sidelines from both teams, right?
That's facts.
When the shit is damn near ending up or going towards the end zone, when the play was never really over there, and let's just say it started at a sideline with the whole situation starting to travel to another side of the field, and you have refs, coaches, myself, somebody else that was even acting as division manager for me, trying to get everybody to their sidelines, and ain't nobody going. That's on both teams.
That's facts. But Knox, you can say when you went over there to the team, I said, Knox, come over here, you division manager.
You
And then I
did
tried my best to keep everybody else from the Insomniacs on their other side.
100%. Now we'll even
Now,
say, but
my
by
players,
that time, everything was already
yeah,
escalated to where there wasn't no just everybody just go back to their sidelines. You feel me?
yeah, but we
At
got to
that
keep
point,
this
it's
in
like,
mind.
yeah.
We got to keep this in mind. I could
What's that?
see if we ran to their sideline, but they ran to ours.
Now,
They ran to ours. There's no excuses.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this,
We didn't
and this is
entice
me
them.
speaking as a man that loves his mother, right?
Now I'm gonna say this. Now
Hold on, hold
before
on,
you
hold on,
say
hold
that,
on. I'm just gonna. I don't because I'm gonna be very careful with what I say and how I say it,
okay.
right? Any conversation with my mother, I have to know what's going on. And that's the way I'm gonna leave it right now. I don't know the name. We can really sit down and we can probably break it down. We can call this person that person. I'm just gonna say anytime there's a conversation involving anyone's wife, mom, significant other, girlfriend, it's always gonna pique the interest of said person who is kind of related to the individual.
Now
Now,
watch
to the
this.
extent of everything, like I said it, and like Dub even asked me earlier, Mizzle was even right there, and I even told you, I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know shit. You know what I mean? I don't
Facts.
know nothing. I don't know who said what. I don't know how it started. I don't know.
Now I won't speak on them players, but I will say this, and this is what I have to my advantage. The player mother or auntie who was allegedly disrespected from the Insomniacs, that player that plays on the Insomniacs is signed to my arena team and has been actively playing in my arena games and has
Mm.
been to our signing date with these family members. So when that conversation got sparked, I brought that player and that mother together, and she was like, "No, we were good. We were having good conversation." It was the player in the bleachers who started speaking to you in the ill matter, and you started speaking to him, and they seen you speaking to him, and they ran over here to entice it. But that player, like I told that player, because he plays for me in arena. So this is how our arena schedule. We're number one. Our games for arena is on Saturdays, and our game for A7s is on Sundays. So on Saturdays, he played with us for arena. On Sundays, he plays for the Insomniacs. So on those given days, they have the grace and respect. And so when I pulled them to the side, I said, "Hey, which player said this?" Because they're kicked off my team immediately. Because we
Mm.
still have a relationship. I said, I don't care what the league say. If you tell me the player who said this, they're off my team immediately. And all of them can attest to that. She's like, "No, we were having good conversation. It was them two that sparked the conversation." So it was a dude, and I won't say any names, but he must have been friends with somebody on that team because when they seen him getting hostile over their mother's shoulder with the player, they assumed that that player was disrespecting their mother and they ran on that sideline. But before the game ended and after the game ended, that mother and that player, they spoke together on the
Hmm.
sideline. They agreed that no ill intentions were said, nothing was said wrong.
Beautiful.
They
Beautiful.
agreed that player, um, it was a person on the sideline when that player was talking to the mom and they were having, friendly, casual words. That player, well, that person in the bleachers, said some stuff like this. And he was like, "Well, I'm not on that, but I got people that can be on that." And he was like, "Yeah, fuck you, bitch." And that player said, "F you, bitch." But he said it over a player mother. And the player thought that he was talking to his mother directly. So he ran over to the sideline. And that's when things got misconstrued. But I made sure we had to understand.
Well, I'm glad that got handled.
Yeah,
It was
but I have
understandable.
nothing but love for the Insomniacs. Um, and once again, if there was any player who said any foul statements, if that mother, when I brought her to the side and I spoke with her, if she was to say anything about that player, they would have been removed from our program.
What's up, Dub?
Doug, I just gotta say one thing, man. Did the game go how it was expected?
Probably for most people, it didn't go as expected. Like I said, for me, calling the game, I am upset because there was no finish. Like I said, we don't know what was going to happen because by the time the unfortunate situations happened, momentum was clearly on your sideline, and who knows what was going to happen. Which again, now it's for everyone else. We have to wait until the 26th when you guys play again. Now, obviously, it won't be a continuation from last night's game, but it'll be starting from ground zero again. But
Correct.
it just it
But we
it
did we
sucked.
do did we do
Go ahead.
better than expected on us capitalizing on their mistakes? Because I feel like even though they came out stronger than we did, we capitalized on the mistakes to keep us in the game that was unexpected to the league.
Well, both turnovers forced by AD, which turned into a touchdown pass. The second one to Webb, and then Davis, cheeks out
Big
and
man
all.
with ball,
Big man with football. Taking
Big
it
man
back to
with
get
football and ass out.
the
yes
ass out. He
for
told the
all
resources
for
too small
all
before the game.
for all of the world to see. But again, I mean,
Should have been a penalty.
Should have been a flag on the play, but man, hey, we just came to compete. We just came to compete, Dub, and that was my whole thing. I just wanted to compete.
no question, you guys competed. I mean, like I said, who knows what would have happened on that fourth down call? Unfortunately, we'll never know, which is the unfortunate part of it because, like I said, it was building its way to a possible climactic finish, but
It's coming.
now that has to be put
Or
behind, and now we have to
or
focus on
they
okay, what kind of a game we're going to get on the 26th. Which, by the way, that'll be the only game out here in the West on that particular date on the 26th.
Ooh,
So
okay. Big views.
yeah,
they
so
they D
yeah,
line got
possible
tired.
big views.
They D line was getting tired, and we was giving them the same energy on a run game that they was giving us. They D line was getting tired.
Not really.
I mean, they wasn't giving the same energy that they was in the beginning. They was letting us, capitalize too much. They was cooking burgers on the sideline. I swear the coach said, y'all better stop cooking them fucking patties and lock in.
Well, I mean, like I said, we
Okay, so from how we were viewed as a bottom team, when everybody said, well, you know how this game is going to go 30-0, no passes. I'm not even speaking about the win. I'm speaking about the overall game. I feel like the Insomniacs dropped the ball on the standards that they normally hold.
well, I mean, that is one person's opinion of that. And I mean, and that is your right to feel that way. Obviously, the Insomniacs, didn't play up to how they normally particularly can play.
Scooter even
Um,
said on the sideline, he said, after he made a play, he said, yeah, y'all can't fuck with me. I'm the fucking GOAT.
was
Michael Jordan ain't doing that.
well, no, Michael Jordan would have taken it personally,
Tom
and
Brady would have too.
and that's here nor there. But I mean, I will say this: perhaps the next time on April the 26th, when it is part two of the Stealthy Insomniacs,
Can
we
I
might you might see a more
and I
focused.
and I agree. Can I ask you one question? Because I agree with that.
What's your question?
Sequel verse stealth.
Now,
Oh
Because
I
us look, I'm just worried about us going across to that Final Four. You know, I'm not focused on beating the Insomniacs. My whole debate from the beginning was Sequid versus Stealth. And now I just want to know your honest opinion after seeing that game. And I'm gonna say it again, like I always said. That ain't even, you know, half my players. Like the players that are playing sick with a game, you know, I have more disruptive, more aggressive athletes that's going to be showing up for this game. So I just want to know one thing, even with the personnel we had and basing off, if you had to make a decision against our first game against the Insomniacs and sick with the first game with the Insomniacs and seeing this game and knowing, you know, even saying I don't know how it would have finished, what do you think about us coming out against Sick with it? What are positive, negative things, and even, you know, pros and cons that you can say about this games?
If you had today's South roster and you took on Sick, there's a very highly possible chance that you possibly could perhaps. Some might say it would be a upset, but of course we know this is not the same Sick team. Obviously, this is not the Sick team that Knox has played for when Knox was on Sick. Because I mean, the 23 Sick team and the 24 Sick team were two different teams, but they were good teams and had real good legitimate chances to possibly do something. Last year's Sick team, still that talent, but Stone King, as the season went on, he got better and showed his skill against the BIC. Like I said, I know T is talented. The talent is there. He's starting to use his athleticism more. But it will be wrong of me to say, and it would be unprofessional to say that I don't think you guys would just would just lose. I mean, you guys, if you took that same effort you took today against the Insomniacs and applied the Sick, there could be a chance you guys could pull off the upset.
And I'm
But
gonna be
again,
honest,
but this is why you line them up and you play the game on the field. I mean,
we
we
have
can talk and
more,
dissect all we want to,
and
but
I'll
you gotta
tell
go.
you this as from an athlete and a, you know, a owner point of view, we have more, you know, of a point to prove against Sick with it than we had against Insomniacs.
Hey, so let's just say the 26 comes around.
Yeah.
The conditions of weather are pretty clear.
Once again, I'm gonna stop you because my point is to compete. My look, I'll say this again,
Yeah,
and
nigga. So I'm trying to see. Do you
y'all know
let
we well
Rob? Are you
spoken, so I'm
gonna?
gonna just say
Are
this
you?
in a well spoken way.
Nah.
We
Are
are
you gonna?
not. You guys have to beat the East Coast team, and we got to beat the East Coast team.
No, that's not where I was going with that. I'm saying if it's clear skies, clear weather, no wind, no wind. You feel me? Everything is clear skies. You feel me? Do you let Rob play, or is Rob on the bench? Are we
Rob,
gonna see him again? What's going on?
y'all go see Rob again. Y'all got Rob fucked up.
Nah, Rob got us fucked up, wasting our motherfucking time.
No, Rob
Okay,
came on there and did exactly what the fuck he was supposed to do. He
what?
spoke
Talked us to
professional.
death? He
Yeah,
talked us to death
he talked
and
y'all
went
to
out
death.
there and bullshitted, and then tried to. Never mind. I ain't even finna get
No, you
into it.
go there, go there, go there.
Okay, then this nigga had the nerve to square up, talk about he don't play football for real. He really a boxer.
I ain't gonna lie,
Nigga.
he really is a boxer.
Okay then.
If you
It
seen
was
how he went left
nigga.
and then right on them players, they would have lost that quarter in the right. You see now,
Nigga.
and we can go
But
back to the clip. If we pull up that live clip, even how he rotated each one of them to make sure nobody had a good hit on him. Ooh, Rob was looking dangerous. Rob was looking dangerous out there. I said,
that
"Hold on,
nigga,
Rob.
that's
Keep
as
this shit
serious I done seen
professional."
that nigga look.
No,
That's as
but you
serious as
know,
I done seen that nigga look. Cause goddamn.
all jokes aside, I'm gonna
No,
be
all
honest
jokes
with you.
aside, for real, do you let him play against sick?
Yeah, of course. Sick had him as a starting quarterback Sick had them as they starting quarterback before he quit their team. There was no
Well,
room for whatever quarterback they had. They were sold on
Mm.
him and Iquan. And then, whatever went on with Iquan is the reason why he's not playing. Keep him in my prayers and my thoughts because that's a dear friend of me. Um, you know,
Yes, of course.
um, the reason why he wasn't their starter quarterback is because he chose to come to our team, but they were sold on him. So as an athlete, him showing up to every one of their practices, and we can all agree that Mark is a great owner and he has great IQ and personnel. And so if he was sold on this man as his quarterback, we can also agree or disagree that he's seen something in him that was great. And I seen those same qualities, but in this particular game, I'm gonna be honest, like even down with Louis,
we're
like,
going back to that
he's
professional shit.
no, okay, back to the bullshit. The nigga Louis is a great quarterback. The nigga
We're
Louis
going
is a
back.
great quarterback, but I didn't give a fuck about a great quarterback. I said, fuck it, we playing bully ball. We finna run the ball and match they fucking energy. I didn't give a fuck about who throw. Honestly, I had little debates with my team. Like, nigga, it shouldn't be three receivers out here. It should be one receiver, and it should be everybody fucking going, bully ball, running this fucking ball until they can stop it or they can't stop it. We got Sean Russell, we got fucking Ruski, we got fucking Shep, we got Devon. A lot of people don't know Devon, but he's a
That's
great
sick.
running back.
What
And
number?
number three. I didn't really let him. He played linebacker this game. I didn't really let him break out as he was supposed to because I feel we had a rhythm to where it could have worked. But Devon is a great all around athlete, and I'm gonna be honest with you. There's no stopping him. He give the same energy as Russ, but I wanted to make sure that, and people could call me crazy, but like I said, I'm young and I make certain mistakes. But in my eye, I said there's no need to run both of them when one player is given the same energy that they both would give. So I just
Okay.
let him and Ruski have the show, and I said, you know what, we'll save him from a different day. So,
Mm.
like you said, when the weather is clear and all of this, best believe you go see number three in that backfield, and he is very greasy, top tier athlete, highlights, proven. He's been consistent his whole life. He comes from a great background, and this is not me being professional. It's just him having consistency in his
Yeah.
rhythm from the time he was in you know, um,
Nice.
high school to college to pro. Like he's came from a lot of places. Other players we have yet to see play. Like I said, we got players from that come from overseas. Like we have a player from France who's out
Wee
here on
wee.
a visa. Yeah, and he is a dominant skill player. He is a receiver, a slot, a tight end in arena. He's the best kicker in the league. He kicked the 50,
Damn.
he kicked the 65-yard field goal against Beach City Giants. Um,
You
he
need a
and he
long
kicked
snapper.
yeah, he kicked four onside kicks against the Nighthawks, which cost us the win by 86-0 the week we played the
Ooh.
Hunters. So you got to think about it. For a lot of our games, our athletes are we travel, so we play arena football too. So we're playing on Saturdays, and then we're turning around and playing on Sundays. We play in the same league as the Force. Unfortunately, they are number three, and we are number one in the league. Um, and it is what it is. Fuck Troy. No bullshitting about it. He's a faggot in my book. He did
Hey, so
everything
do you do
try
you
to keep
got do
me
you
out of
got
that.
do you got any players that are local that we haven't seen?
Yeah, so well, I have a couple players that y'all have yet to see yet. I'm really be honest with y'all. We have a lot of Polynesian and Oos players that
Mm.
has yet to touch the field yet because we kind of want to keep those players in a tuck until it's necessary. We have some players that play D1 professional college and pro arena, IFL, AFL, UFL that we have yet to show yet because like I said, I'm a wizard with it. So if we, it's not playoffs yet. If we can get past this bullshit, I'm not worried about us seeing the Insomniacs on the 26th. I'm worried about the fact that we scored more points against the Hunters, and then we scored more points against the Insomniacs than Sickwood did. So, and we're going off a point based system. They're not going to be in the Final Four.
Mm,
And the whole thing is when I say
Well,
it's a new
damn.
sheriff, when I say it's a
right.
new sheriff in town, my point to prove is, yeah, y'all beat the Hunters by 56-0. We beat the Hunters by 48. I quote me if I'm wrong. It was like 48-0 and then 46-6. But you guys have not gave the same energy against a top tier team that we have gave. So we are automatically on a higher point bracket than y'all. And if we play a top tier team, and or we play y'all, and hypothetically we lose by 6, but we keep it a close game, we still hold more points than y'all going into playoffs.
All right. Well, with that said, we will talk more about this on Wednesday on the other side of the ball, which of course we'll have more input from the East Coast guys. But also, again, don't forget the rematch will take place between the Stealth and the Insomniacs on April 26th, the only game going on here on the West Coast. But with that said, can't wait for part 2. But special thanks to Coach Lee from the Stealth, who, again, his team gave us tremendous effort
Hey,
today.
definitely love having you on,
And
bro.
And another
Unfortunately,
thing, Louis would like to meet Dub. He loved the show. We all love the show. We're tuned in. All of my players right now, they're in here. They're
What up,
focused. So
motherfuckers?
if you are
Ah,
able to get Louis quarterback on here and y'all able to pick his brain, maybe him and Scooter at the same time, or him and whatever that dude name is from Sickwood. I don't know his name, but just give him some shine. Like I said, my boy Louis, he deserved to be on this podcast. He showed up, y'all deserve to pick
okay.
his brain.
Hey,
Just
hey, Lee, but I'm gonna tell you this. They done already said it a few times. Niggas want to be on the show. They better tap in and let us know. We ain't finna be reaching out to
but see,
them.
my players.
They ain't
No,
no
this is me.
superstars
This
game. We
this
ain't
is
reaching
me.
out to them.
This is me reaching out because my players they signed a
Nah, bruh.
contract to where they can't reach out to y'all. So this is me.
Oh,
Okay.
This
Okay.
is this is me. Asking. If it's okay for
okay.
my
I get it. I
quarterback to
get
come
it.
on here
Any
and speak
player
to
is
you
open to
guys.
come on the show.
Type
Yeah, but
Any
shit. Type
player
my
shit.
a part
players
of this
ain't
league.
open unless it's approved. So
Okay.
yeah. So
Any player is welcome on the show, man.
Yeah, well,
okay.
double figure it out. I'm pretty sure double figure out what slot or what day, you feel me, will work. I'm pretty sure we could make
I
it
know
happen.
y'all don't want to hear from the hunters or sick with it. They ain't got
We
nothing
well,
to
don't
talk about.
we don't want to hear from Rob, nigga. That's who we don't want to hear from.
I'm not
good
about to play
morning.
with you and not disregard
We
all
don't want to
comments.
hear from that, man. We don't want to hear from that nigga. Who that?
Good morning,
DT,
DT. And
great game,
again,
my boy. Great fucking
congratulations
DT.
game.
Hey,
Hey,
on
hey,
beating
Great
the East
fucking
BIC.
like I
Coast
game.
was a
told you,
fucking
DT,
upset today. Today
them
in
jerseys was
A7 was a fucking crazy day all the way
Good
around.
crazy
fucking game, my
weekend.
boy. And
Hey,
them unis is
DT,
fire.
them jerseys was fire, as
Yeah,
Too Fire just said, and y'all played a hell of a fucking game on both sides of the ball. And
definitely
like I
did.
said, I'm the one that picked y'all to win. Everybody else didn't.
Yeah, I definitely did not.
You for
I
surely did.
definitely
I
did
peeped
not.
that too. Cause
I
I was like,
didn't.
no,
But
that ain't gonna
see,
work.
that's because
But y'all
Mizzle
don't
ass be
understand. I talked to
Mizzle
DT
ass
on the
be. Yeah, I
side
was
though.
just finna say Mizzle ass be talking to DT, so he felt
Yeah,
that energy. He
Yeah.
felt that
yeah.
energy.
But yeah,
I be talking to DT on the side, straight up,
Yeah,
okay.
and he backed up. He backed up what me and him was
he
talking about
did.
today.
Well,
He for
again,
sure.
the question that I kept having was, if not now, when? Because we know the Animals
Well,
have been
it
knocking
was
on the
it.
door the last 2 seasons, and the
Yeah,
one
Mm-hmm.
team they had not beaten was the BIC. Now they've
yeah,
done that,
Mm-hmm.
so now you take this.
BIC did come light though. We can acknowledge they came real light. They only came with like 12 players.
Hey, but you still got to suit up and play the game.
Yeah, you're right about that. You right
But
twelve
You got
even
to
with
players.
play the
that,
game.
even with that,
Do you think they cared about the 12 players that they had?
No,
Hell
they did
no. They
not.
cared about getting that W.
yeah.
Hey, shout out to
And that's
Sterry
all
because
that
I'm not
matters.
gonna lie. That motherfucker, I'm gonna keep it a
Very
buck.
special.
That's one of my
Sterry?
Yeah,
that's my favorite
special.
quarterback in the league.
Oh.
That's
He is
that
special.
I'm a fan of him. I'm gonna be honest. Because if the wrist don't work, the feet do.
Oh yeah,
If
absolutely.
Absolutely.
I
he know how
saw.
to get on
I
the good
got
That
four
foot.
boy
favorite quarterbacks in
gonna
this
get on.
league.
Yeah, he gonna get
He know
loose.
how to
I
get
got
on that
four.
fucking good foot.
Sterry's
Saw
one,
I saw a
Huff,
first pledge.
DT, and Scooter.
I
Yep.
saw a first
Yeah.
pledge
Sterry
in
Scooter and who was
2024 of just how special Sterry is, just with his just the athlete that he is. And I mean, he would have had the game-winning touchdown if Donnie Lyons did not say, "Hold it," on that 3-on-1
Hey,
return in
hey, that,
2024.
Yeah,
that was special,
when I
man.
watch him play, he's one of the players like in our league. And I don't say this to glaze nobody, but he one of the players like every Sunday, like I tune in to him like it's an NFL game because I always know he's going to give me something exciting to watch. He is like, that's my favorite quarterback in the league, and I always say that shit. Like it's nothing personal. Other teams they can beat him, whatever, but that's my favorite quarterback in A7, and that's just my opinion. I said what I said. It ain't nothing about it, but I'm a Sterry fan.
You
My
entitled
team
to
is
it.
know it. Yeah,
You
he
entitled to it.
nice.
But here's what I said of that, DT. If that truly is the case, um, then
Ooh.
you would think of a big time game that their paid players should have been there playing in the
Oh
game.
my
But
god,
what do I know? I don't know
Hey.
it
nothing.
was
Hey,
something wrong with
it
that
doesn't
whole
matter.
game. It
They
was a
were not there.
financial. It was a financial situation that wasn't taken care of correctly to where all of the players didn't show up. It was something financial because I know for a fact, like, wow, like that game had me like even preparing for our game, like I was locked in on that shit, and I'm like, really?
Yep.
Like I was upset. I'm not gonna lie. And
Hey,
so,
Mizzle.
yeah.
I knew it was gonna be some shit. Beginning of the game. First play.
Oh yeah,
First play,
first play.
beginning of the game, before it even happened. DT and his running back, them niggas dapped each other up like them
Mm-hmm.
motherfuckers was finna go into war.
But they
That
remind me.
I
They remind me.
it's the little shit. You feel me? It's the
Uh-huh.
little shit that you gotta pay attention
The
to.
game within the
Like
game within the game.
the
But
game didn't
we're
even
Nah,
start
but
yet.
if
They dapped
okay.
each other
So
up. They
if they
dap
was
each other
on
up. Like, yeah.
if they was on the West Coast, what bracket would y'all put DT and them in?
What you
Like
mean?
like like I would say the Gold Hunters, OTT.
Nah,
Even
nigga, they'd be up there. The animals would definitely be up there with Insomniacs and
yeah,
Six type
animals.
shit.
yeah,
I'm not gonna
that's
lie.
right.
In my opinion, it's gonna be either the animals in the U or DIC in the U.
All right,
I
now
think
That's
it's
what I'm
gonna.
DT
for.
DT, since you're up, let me ask you this. So, with the win over the BIC, how do you carry that into the game next week against the U, knowing that you're going to get a pissed off U team getting upset
Back to back.
by the Phantoms? How do you carry that
Oh
momentum
my
that you guys
god.
built today or yesterday? How do you guys carry that against Patterson next week? Which, again, I'm looking forward to watching that game immensely.
And
That's
Vanilla
one
Vic
o'clock,
Give me
yeah.
said
one
it.
more time. I'll tell
Vanilla
DT to
Vic
come
said it
over.
best. He said, "I think this is the first time that they both lost within so many years, like 10 years at the same time, like BIC and a U.
And the U
Like
lost on
that
10
is
years.
fucking wow."
Yeah.
So
But that
yeah,
just lets you know how sports is, though.
yeah, it's
You can be
unpredictable.
dominant at any given Sunday.
The U and Animals, it's a 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific game. So,
And
Mm-hmm.
I'm off.
Who play
And
next
I'm
week in
off.
the East Coast? Can we get that? Who play next week in the East
so
Coast?
here's the lineup for next week's games, and we really gotta sign up because we were not expecting to go almost 2.5 hours, but things happen. But next week's lineup on the 19th, it starts at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific time, with the BIC traveling to Virginia to take on the Heathens in Fredericksburg, Virginia. If the BIC doesn't forfeit from swirling rumors about that remains to be seen for another day. Also, the Renegades traveling to Lexington, Kentucky, 1 Eastern, 10 Pacific to take on the Phantoms. Phantoms coming off a big win, of course, upsetting the U today. And then, of course, to close out the East Coast matchup, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 Pacific, the game of the week, Animals, U in Asbury Park.
Game of the week is Animals in the U.
And, of course, Stealth, sick with it, 4 Pacific, 7 Eastern, and then 6:30.
I think that's the game of the week for me.
No, that's like the Hunters, versus the Stealth, or like the Gold versus the Stealth. Like I said, sick with it is the new Gold.
Well, we shall see. But with that said, tune in Wednesday at 5:30 on the Other Side of the Ball Network as we will continue what we saw here in Week 4, which was some unexpected stuff. But special thanks as always to Live with 2-5. Special thanks for Coach of the Stuff for coming on and joining us to recap this wacky Week 4 of the A7FL again. Tune in Wednesday.
Thank y'all for having me.
Real quick, DT. Real quick, DT, before we end it, go ahead and make your point, sir. Waiting for your comment. As he says, you want to know what's crazy before y'all end. So go ahead, DT. Go ahead and bless us with one last comment before we put a bow and wrap on this one.
Well, while he's telling us what's crazy, I'm going to tell y'all what's crazy. What's crazy is we let this motherfucker talk our ear off for 45 fucking minutes. DT, let me know when you done, bro. Until you done, I'm finna talk. Because we let this motherfucker talk for 45 minutes. He wasted our time. I was over here like this, damn near falling asleep, bored out my mind just for him to come and do nothing.
Well, I would hate to see what would happen if you played healthy against the U next week.
Yo,
TT,
I don't motherfucker always, bro. You need to be healthy, bro, because last season you played with a bad ankle. Come on, man. We need
just hope you don't make it to that Final Four, because I'm gonna torch your ass with that hamstring.
Oh, here we go.
Cancer has already started.
I see you in that Final Four.
Special thanks to David Tender for waking up with us as we are started, because it really is 5 o'clock somewhere. It's literally 5 o'clock in the East right now, AM that is. But for Coach Lee of the Stealth, for the Neutralizer Live with 2-5, for Mizzle, I'm Dub. Enjoy your week as Tender is unleashing some parting words. But again, don't forget to catch.
He's been backing up his words all season long.
Don't forget to tune in to Sounds of the Game with Matt Ryan on Matt Ryan's Yelling. Don't forget Wednesday 5:30, the Other Side of the Ball. We do know that Sean Candelapis, 2-5's guy from the Hunters, will be joining us, and hopefully many other cast of characters. But in the meantime, enjoy the rest of your early Monday morning. Enjoy the rest of your week. Have fun. Be safe. God bless y'all. This has been a very long, extended edition of the Mizzle and Dub A7FL recap show. Enjoy your day. And one more comment from DT, and then we'll call it a night.
Okay, that's all I need to know.
Oh, there it is. Enjoy the rest of your week, guys. Enjoy. God bless. Good night. Good morning. Happy spring. All that good stuff.
Give me the warm weather. That's what I need. Bring the warm weather.
This has been the Mizzle Dub Show. As my nephew, Mizzle's son, Super Dope Beatmaker, take us home.